These are the pertinent parts of the rear brake, broken down, and they're all cleaned up. All we have are the two brake shoes. We have the spreader right here, and we have the parts that connect to the spreader. This is the, what can I say? Well, it's pretty early in the morning, with 5:30 in the morning, so I'm not thinking correctly. Anyway, this is the lever that pulls and opens the brakes. This is your brake wear indicator. Now what I've done here, and I've tried to do here very carefully, is to put on some white paint. I put on some white paint right where this dot is. Now I want you to look, if this camera will catch it, right above the white dot. You'll notice a little bump on the spline gear shaft, right? Not the spline area. What this is, let's just call it a miss. It's where there should be a spline area 360 degrees all the way around. Well, in that one little area, it's a flat spot. Okay, that corresponds to the one little area on this spreader which is flat. I'm going to see if I can. I wish I could get a better camera, but my wife was too cheap. She won't let me. Damn it. I mean, I've built this whole channel on this one little old camera. All right, so this white flat area where one spline is missing corresponds to the flat spot in the gear right there, in the lever, if you will. Now, this brake wear indicator also connects onto the spline shaft. It has the same thing. If you will look I'll get this in the light. If you'll look very carefully, you'll see where the white paint dot is, there is a little bump in the splining. Okay, that corresponds to fit on this shaft right here. There's only one way this can be put together. If you need to see exactly how the brakes are put together, you can either get yourself a manual on eBay, or they may have I don't know if they have downloadable manual, or you can go to BikeBandit.com, where they have all of the schematics for the engine all blown apart, it's nice. It doesn't tell you exactly how everything goes back together, but it shows you in order where they go. And they also, at BikeBandit.com, will show you if the pieces are available and what they cost. Bike Bandit also, the Honda 50 is only one model. There must be hundreds of models of different bikes that they handle, and different years. So I do all my shopping for a year 2000 engine. So that's almost 18 years ago, and they've stopped making parts, which they do little by little, and then it forces you to buy a newer bike. But they can't make Model A parts for a Ford Model A. They can't make that forever. Even though their spark plugs are really cool, they're about the ceramics on the spark plugs of Model A are about that big around. Even though, I mean, it's just an old car, but I would never buy a car like that, or a Lamborghini, or a Saab, or a Bricklin, or some oddball car that is very nice, but you can't find parts anywhere. Let alone parts, you can't find anyone to work on them. I mean, say you've got some ancient Bricklin car and you need new brakes for them. There's nowhere you can go to get them. You have to almost take the aluminum guts off and have them take them into a specialty shop and have them reshoed, and by that time you might as well afford a brand new Ducati for all its, and all you've done is just change brakes. So what I'm going to do here this afternoon probably is clean this up some more and get a few spots that were missed from the dishwasher, and then we'll put the brakes back together. I should clarify, I'm going to use a little bit of petroleum anti-seize on here, but any petroleum on the brake pads at all, anything petroleum based, is verboten. It don't work. It will, what it will do is, if you suppose you put motor oil on these little brake pads, I mean, just if it accidentally got on there, the minute it hits the brake drum, it sticks. It just grabs it and sticks, and that just freezes your brakes up, and that's it. That's why you can't have any petroleum oil products, anything, on these asbestos pads. Okay.